Welcome back, front of stage with Calum Bowie. Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. How is your day?
It's good. Warm.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really good. It's been really fun so far.
Did you arrive today?
No, we arrived last night and it was a late one. We got into our hotel about 1, 2 in the morning and then went into Vienna today and then filmed a couple things and then so we just got in to here just now. So.
Ah, nice. And it's your first time you play at Frequency Festival.
It is, and it is big. I've never seen it, so I'm very
it's
excited.
big.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the biggest in Austria. I think it is
I can
the
believe
biggest.
that.
Yeah.
I can believe that. It's huge. All the
It's
stages
huge.
are massive. Even the one we're playing. I'm very, very excited to play.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, are you excited for
I'm
today?
very excited. Yeah, I'm nervous now. I wasn't
No.
as nervous before, but now I've seen it, I'm like, yeah, I'm very nervous.
I don't want to make you nervous.
No, you're fine. Don't worry. It'll be
But
fun.
I think you will have so much fun. The crowd is amazing. So, is it your first time you play in Austria?
Yep, first time in
Also-
Austria
also first time.
as a whole.
Wow.
Yeah, not even just playing, just as it's my first ever stamp on the passport in Austria. So
So it will be a memorable moment.
absolutely, yeah. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
I've not really played many shows outside the UK, so it's nice to be able to play.
Do you prefer normally festivals or like smaller venues, concerts? I mean, you have to say Frequency's the best.
Of course, yeah.
But
That was my go-to
normally-
answer. It's a mix because I love festivals and I love the beauty of festivals is getting in front of new people and even new countries sometimes as well. So, but I do love also playing in venues that have, if it's my own show, they're there to see you and stuff. But yeah, I love festivals. They're so quick and so everything's fast, and then when you play and then it's just done straight after. So yeah, it'll go in a blur, but I love festivals.
Are you also watching today some shows maybe?
Yeah, well, I was going to try and catch Mackenzie Mackay as well,
Yeah.
but Venby later on as well, so I'm going to try and catch a couple.
Oh,
Depends
that's
how long we
also
stay, but yeah,
nice.
hopefully.
And for the people who listen to the podcast and maybe don't know you by now, can you explain how you started with music? Where are you from? You're from Scotland.
I am from
Aberdeen,
Scotland.
is this correct?
Correct, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
originally from near Aberdeen.
Yeah.
And did you talk about how I started music?
Yeah,
so
please.
I learned guitar kind of 8. I'd started writing songs a little bit when I was 11, 12, and then when I was 14, I put my first ever song out on YouTube, and then kids at school weren't loving it, and then I took it down, and then I put my old swimming coach, actually, he was a producer, so he was like, do you want to come in and record an EP with me? I said, yeah, I'd love to. Put that out at 16,
Wow.
and then kids at school were like, okay, it's all right, which was, at high school is a good
Yeah.
thing, and then took a year out before I went to university, and went from Banchory, which is near Aberdeen, to Edinburgh, which I now still live in Edinburgh, and I did some kind of social media stuff out my window and in the city, and then busked and played more and more shows, and that's kind of how we've got to here.
Yeah, amazing. Such a cool and nice story to hear.
Sorry, that was quite a lot. Very
but
quick.
I think it's always like you have a little bit short
Just
time for the
fire it
podcast.
out.
But how you said that you had some problems in the beginning with your school colleagues. How you had the experience? Did you have the feeling it was a little bit of mobbing as well, or how did you get over that?
Well, it was just, and looking back on it, it wasn't the best song I recorded and put out, but I really liked it, and it was the first time I tried actually putting stuff out that obviously I'd performed in front of my family and written songs myself for maybe 2 years by then, and I was like, right, let's try it. And then there's always a bit of, in high school when you're about 14, there's always oh, how can we make fun of it? But people in the end weren't as bad, and then when I put out my other stuff, they were a lot better, and that was properly recorded. But it was a learning curve, and it was really fun getting to experience being in a studio for the first time, and then putting it out, and then it was only on YouTube, but then getting to go to a different producer and try different things, and getting to use my own ideas for bits in the song. So it was nice, but yeah, people came round in the end, so it was fine.
Yeah. And how is your song recording process normally look like? How do you start with a song? Do you have the lyrics first and then you go to the studio? How does it work?
I'm always guitar first. Well,
Guitar first?
Yeah,
Okay,
always.
cool.
And I wish I could play piano, because if I'm ever writing with someone who plays piano, sometimes it'll start on the piano. But I always start on guitar, and then I normally try and, if I've got a chord progression or a riff that I have, I'll kind of hum over the top of it and you go river, people, and it's like, you know, it just it kind of forms like that, and you find words that you like, and then you start to put lyrics to it and melodies and other things and structure it out and stuff. But that's how it starts for me, and then we tend to record what start as demos but then end up kind of being what we use in the end, because you capture something on the day that tends to be better than when you re-record it. So that's kind of my process.
How would you describe some of your music style to someone who don't know you or listen to you?
That's a good question. How would I describe my music style? I'd say folky pop, maybe. I quite like folk and I quite like pop, but I would it's not rap, that's for sure, but yeah, probably folk pop or indie pop, something like that. Singer-songwriter maybe.
Yeah.
That's a bit vague, sorry, but you'll hopefully make something of that.
Do you have the feeling that is involved from where you started to now, and how would you say how it was the evolution? So
yeah, I mean, definitely. Just even looking back, I sometimes, you know, when I'm posting on social media, I'll look through old photos to kind of compare to old gigs or old studio sessions and stuff, and it's evolved so much. I mean, I wrote my first songs in my room and then not really recorded in a proper studio, and then when I did do my first EP, which was when I was 16 with you know, my producer, we recorded it in his bedroom, and I just kind of went in with these songs, whereas now, you know, I write with other people as well, but I'll come up with stuff in my room and then I'll take it elsewhere, and we record in, you know, some of them nice, cool studios, and it's really cool. But gigs especially, I used to play in bars and kind of pubs in Aberdeen and then in Edinburgh, and they kind of slowly got more and more, but a lot of it was just to the bar staff and the people in the room, and then started putting on my own shows, and they've kind of evolved, and you know, now we're doing some good shows in Edinburgh and
big shows also in Austria.
Yeah, and the Frequency Festival, exactly. Yeah, it's going to be a big room.
You said you mentioned social media. Do you have sometimes the feeling that you're challenging with it, or is it easy going for you? Because some of the artists say the biggest challenge in their career is to be on social media and put stuff out there. But you mentioned already that you also started a little bit with it. So is it easy for you, or do you struggle sometimes?
It comes and goes. I mean, I sometimes think, oh, it's so easy, and you know, when stuff's going well, it's easy to feel that, oh, I've got it down, I know what I'm doing, and then it sometimes dips in views or it dips in people, and then you go, oh, maybe I don't have it figured out, and you have to readjust and kind of reevaluate what is working, what's not working, how do I feel about it, and it's a constant battle, but it's part of the job. That's one of the main things that as an artist you have to do nowadays, and just understand your own brand, and you know, the people that are watching you and listening to you, you have to kind of take that all into account and figure out what you want to post and how often and who it's targeted at and stuff. So yeah, it's a, you know, it's a love-hate relationship sometimes, but I love it at times and I dislike it at other times.
I think sometimes it can be both. It's part of the job as well. So
yeah, and it's so beneficial for so many things, and then, you know, you have to do it. So I do enjoy it, and I enjoy making it. It's sometimes the actual editing it or doing this, you know, the actual behind-the-scenes stuff I don't love, but I always love filming and getting to be creative with, you know, music and video and stuff. So
cool. And you said it's the first time in Austria. Did you? Is this the stop of a tour? For now, it's just for coming here.
Just here for Frequency Festival.
Wow, that's amazing.
We pulled out all the stops just for the festival.
So what did you take with you? What's something what you always take with you when you're abroad?
I mean, I've taken my guitars, which was the first time I've taken guitars on a flight, so that was quite nerve-wracking. But
really?
Yeah. I mean,
Why?
well, I've done. Well, flights are not renowned for keeping the best handle of musical equipment, but yeah, they were totally fine. And then we'll see about the way back. But yeah, that was fine. And then I'd say I always take all my musical equipment. What I used to take, but what wouldn't get through airport security, is sweet chili sauce. I just love sweet chili sauce, and I put it on everything. But there's no small enough bottle that I can take through airport security, so I had to leave it, unfortunately.
Maybe next time you get little small ones and just fill the whole.
I might give them an email and see if they can make some. That'd be nice.
That's also really nice. Do you eat everything with the sweet chili sauce?
If I can, unless it's got another sauce. If it's got, you know, I'm not going to eat spaghetti with sweet chili sauce.
I think the Italians would kill you otherwise.
I think they probably already would, to be fair. But all sandwiches, pretty much sweet chili. If it's an evening meal and it doesn't have too much sauce, I'll go sweet chili as well.
You said that this is one of the biggest stages you played by now. How was the first time for you when you were like realizing, okay, wow, I'm now being a musician. I'm going on stages like this, and they will be bigger and bigger and bigger. How was what was maybe the moment where you realized the first time? So wow, this is maybe my career now.
It's only been recent as well. I mean, maybe last year as well, I had a couple things where there was really good festivals, and I was like, oh wow, I'm really kind of making a bit more of a name for myself. And then this year we've had some really cool festivals, and you know, they've been televised and big stages as well. And that was when I was like, oh, people are here and they know the words, and it's a big stage, so, and it's on the telly. So I was like, wow, this is really cool. So yeah, it's definitely a pinch me moment when people know the words. So yeah, that for me, I was like, oh wow, I enjoy this. This is my job and I love it.
Is there a goal you have where you want to go?
A what, sorry?
A goal.
A goal. Yeah, I mean, keep playing bigger and bigger stages, bigger festivals, hopefully back to frequency on the main stage as well. That'd be nice. And then, yeah, just writing more and more songs. I'd love to put an album out soon. That's my next kind of step that I'd love to do. And then, yeah, just keep playing to more and more people, more and more countries. Yeah. That's the plan.
Would you also like to work with other musicians? And if yes, who would that be? Are there some bands, artists you want to work with?
Oh, I mean, I'd love to...
You can tell any name,
yeah,
like just
I mean,
for what you would love to.
I'd love to work... I mean, I'd love to write and, you know, work in some form with Ed Sheeran. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
I know he was here on... Was it Wednesday or Thursday?
Wednesday, yeah.
Yeah. I'd love to work with Ed Sheeran. He's such an inspiration, and the way he's done it from, you know, gigging more and more, getting more and more people in the room, and then putting out an album, and, you know, he's an absolute inspiration. Even the likes of Sam Fender, and then over in America, like Noah Kahan, stuff like that would be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, there's loads of Scottish musicians as well. There's people like Katie Gregson MacLeod, who's had a really big song as well. There's loads of people. I think I like just being around creative people and musicians in general. So that's probably my answer, I'd say.
Yeah. Is there a tradition you have before you go on stage? Or how do you prepare today? Like, what was
calm myself down normally. If I'm
really?
going on stage, I
Are
need
you
to...
nervous?
Not always. I am sometimes. It depends. I mean, this is a big stage, and it's in a different country, and, you know, I hope people are there for me and stuff. So, you know, it's always just kind of pinch yourself and go, this is real, just have fun. It's always just about having fun for me. So that I need to remind myself of that sometimes.
Okay.
But that's my calm down routine.
Last question. It's a little bit the same like before. What's your goal, but personally, just for your personal life?
To feel accomplished but that's quite vague, and I'm sure everyone always says happiness, but I'd love to be able to at some point look back and go, yeah, I did that, and I really, you know, I made my best go of it, and I had fun. Because sometimes I just do the next thing, and I don't always look back and go, oh, I need to enjoy it. So just like today, I've just been like, enjoy it, it's fun.
Yeah.
So that would be when I'm 80, 90 years old and I look back and go, did I do music? Yeah, I did music. I look back and I enjoyed it. That's my goal.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, this was Front of Stage with Calum Bowie. It was a pleasure to meet you.
You too. Thank you very much.
Okay.